working on in behind the fireplace. We're getting the heat shield on the go, so don't worry. How is it going, beauties? How's it going, Adam here? Back with another episode back here at the homestead. Hi here, y'all, and it has been on my to-do list for a little while. Unfortunately, the wood stove is going, so I'm going to have to work around it. But I got to take some measurements, going to take these pictures down, and we are going to be working on the heat shield. Now there is already a heat shield. What I'm tapping on right there is the heat shield that's attached to the stove, so it's not like there's not a heat shield on it. But I got to get some measurements here because I have some tin, so the stove's right around 2 feet. So I have some tin that I want to put on the back here. So I will probably cut it, I don't know, maybe around 32 inches. That'll be enough coverage for that. And then I have another piece that I'm going to do vertical here. And it'll cover up in behind of the stovepipe. So maybe around 10 inches or so to go up in behind the back of the stovepipe. So that's what the plan is today. Get everything all situated for the heat shield. I think it's going to go good because in behind here actually it's black. So I'll get some pieces cut, get my measurements, and it's going to be a nice little accent piece, I think, to add in behind the wood stove. Just follow me outside. Well, not follow me, but I'm going to run outside for a quick second. And it's just the tin is just right outside the door here. So I'm just going to grab that, bring it on inside. Bob's your uncle. So this is the piece, the skinny piece that I'll be using for in behind the actual stovepipe. And then I have another wider piece over here as well that I have to cut up to go in behind the actual wood stove. There. So I think that should be good for in behind there with getting it good. So I'll just give you a rundown here. Rundown. Got my tools set up here. Quick tools, not very many, just some drills, drill bits, screws, tin snips. So there's the roofing that I'm going to be using for in behind the stove. That's going to look absolutely great. So I'm going to cut this way. It's going to run along here. And then, like I said, this piece right here is a little bit skinnier. Then I'm going to run that in behind my stovepipe. Going to be nice too. I have to pick up some wood stove paste, and I have to redo the wood stove as well. So before we get going on it, I will give you a rundown. That'll be the episode's word of the episode. I think is rundown. I've already used it a couple times, so let's brighten it up here for y'all. So what I would like to do is, there we are. So inside the old stove here, obviously I need to redo the seal around the door. Unfortunately, there's a crack in the glass, but the glass was more expensive than I actually paid for all of the stove and the piping. It's over $200 to get this piece of glass replaced when I only paid $200 for the stove and literally all this piping. Heat bricks need to be redone on the inside, so I have to empty all out this stuff, redo the heat bricks, redo the seal around the door. If I get a new piece of glass, I'll redo the seal on that, and then we'll come in and I will just put that stove paste on there, get it all good, get it all black, so it can have a nice hue on it. Overall, though, what I would like to do is replace everything, is get a new stove, replace all of this, get a new fire burner box up top going out the ceiling, and be set up better for next year. That way I can install a better damper into actually here. There's already a damper on the stove, but I want a double damper just for when I'm sleeping. I can just get a good bed of coals on the go, chalk that damper right down, pop that damper right down, and just let it have its simmer on those minus 20, 25 nights as opposed to just, leaving it open and burning super hot, because as we all know, heat rises, and it's not fun when you get this puppy blasted and you're trying to sleep upstairs and it's, a million degrees. So, there. Hope y'all are liking the new format of videos, trying some new stuff with them, be more realistic, be more true, less cuts, more real, and stuff like that. So what did I say here? I gotta remember this measurement. I think I said, what did I say, 32 inches? Yeah, so we'll cut those ones at 32. 32? So the stove's 23. Yeah, we'll do 32. So 32 inches for the back. What did I say? It was 10 inches? About 10 inches for the stovepipe, and hopefully my piece over here is 10 inches. Perfect, that's a foot, so I might even do a foot. So I'll just do 10 inches to 12 inches stovepipe, right on. Now, I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for air gap. So that's the question I have to figure out. So in behind here, you don't want to lay your heat shield right on the wood. And mind you, this doesn't get hot as it is, because like I say, here's what I was talking about. There's the heat shield that's already on it, and we're going to do another one. So I'm going to keep it off the wall about an inch, do some spacers, and yeah, okay, work time. It's one of those days again where it's kind of a slow go, rainy, kind of got to find my motivation to get this done. Okay. All right, so 32 inches from that. 32. So I figure this is what? That's 17 inches wide. How many pieces will I need? Hopefully I have enough. 17 and 17 is 34. So that's, yeah, we should be good with a double or triple coming up, at least a double. So, what did I say? 32 all the way across will give us the length we need. 32. There we go. Just get that straight across so I can actually follow my straight line to kind of get it as good as possible. Okay. Now, these tin snips might be a little bit questionable, is the only thing. So, bear with me. That's the only thing that may be a bit questionable here. Yeah, they're not that sharp. They're fairly old. But yeah, they're pretty old. I have another pair, so I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another pair. Well, I'll tell you what. I do not like cutting sheet metal with dull tin snips. But 2 pieces, potentially 3 pieces if we need it. And that's going to look good. Good. So now, I just have to line up my holes. I'll drill my holes where I'm going to set it. I'll get an impromptu spacer right now, put that in there, bump it out an inch, drill it on, and continue right along with it. Okay, a little bit of drilly. Do that. Get that out. Grab this. Hopefully it's not too loud for the old microphone. Set that down. And now we will line up where we're going to drill our holes on those two. Now I know it's not the best cuts with these old rusty tin snips, but I have an idea on how I'm going to kind of frame in this to look all right, to cover up the cut edges, I think. I have an idea. Whether or not it's going to work out like I think it is a different story. So, got my drill bits there. I have my screws that I'm going to use right here. So, grab those so we know how thick to drill a hole. So what I'm doing is I'm just drilling pilot holes for the screws into the sheet metal here, just because I don't have self-tapping screws. So I will get all the pre-drilled holes good to go, and then that way when I'm putting it on the wall, I won't have to fight with it, trying to get it through. Hopefully, at least. All right, so I have a couple of boards here we'll set underneath, just so I'm not drilling into the floor. A little bit of preventative maintenance, eh? All right. So I'm just gonna make a line. I can wash this off. And there. Drill a couple holes there. One more. One more. Actually, up here. There, just in case we have a bit of an overlap. So, now, how far is that? 8 1/4 inches approximately. 8 1/4. Just to kind of at least give it a bit of fluidity. There. Now, let's see if I can match up these holes here. What can I use? I need something straight. Just use this. Just to kind of get it close. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but at least this will give us a somewhat straight line to kind of go off of. I'm not too worried about it. Grab another one. There. Two more. And our first panel can go on. There. Just one more. Now, if you're drilling, don't drill your hand. Hold it like that. I've almost done that a couple times. There. So now, we'll go back over. And we'll get it situated. So I'm going to put this piece up top, just because when I lay my other one, I'll flip it. And then that way, I'll sandwich it together, and it'll be a good overlap. Okay. Now, obviously, same thing when I was doing the barnwood wall. I mean, it's not like overly hot, but the fire was going this morning, so the stove has, what's it say, it's about 100 degrees. So I don't want to run and do it. It'll just make working around it that much more fun, I guess. So the holes are cut for the first piece. And what I'm going to do for my spacer, just for an impromptu spacer, just so I can get it up right now, I have a piece of wood. Now, essentially, I would like to use a piece of metal, but like a washers or something along those lines. But as of right now, I cannot find anything to get that done. So sorry about that. So just for the time being, I'm just going to use just a piece of wood to keep it out. Alright, I'm going to need some longer screws as well by the looks of it. Back in business. Managed to acquire some screws. Now I just have to find my drill again, and we can get back going with it. That's the thing. My oh my. Sometimes the smaller projects take even longer than they should and what you've expected, because you're always running around trying to look for things and gather materials, all that good stuff. Okay, so get this screwed on, the first one in, get it tacked in place. There. Continue along the other side. And while I'm doing it, try not to get burnt by the old wood stove here. Good thing it's not going to, 1,000,000 degrees right now. But it's definitely still warm. Definitely still warm. Alright. One more. And what do I say? Bob's your uncle? Isn't that what I say? I might move it over just a teensy bit to the left, just because it looks like there's a little bit more on this side than the other side. The first piece is on now. I have to get some more wood here, and I'm just going to start to lay my other, what's the words I'm trying to hear? For my air gap, Adam, that's what the words I'm trying to use are. So we'll just pop that right there. I'll just give that a screw in. Actually, there we go. Do that. Don't you wish you had like 4 arms sometimes? There's one. And I need another one to go over here. Now, like I say, this is just temporary, just to get an air gap in. I'll come back over when I go into town in the next little bit, and I'll get some, I don't know, I'm thinking washers or something metal to use as a spacer. I just want to get this up, just in case. Ooh, it sure is hot working around that stove. Tell you what. Alright, I'll move you guys over here. Okay. Now, this piece. Oh, that's the longer one I gotta cut still, just in case we need a third piece. So I'll set that aside. Here's the piece that we are working with. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta drill my holes first. All right. Bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna drill my holes. Holes are drilled. Now to get it in place, screw it in. Oh my, that was warm. All right. Beautiful. See if I can get some screws out of my pockets. Beautiful, lined up perfect. Great, great, great. All right. Ow, that was hot. That was hot. Whew. All right. Love it. Love it. Alrighty, righty, then. Check this out. Here's what we're looking like so far. Love it. So it's pretty well good even on either side. Good for the height. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring this puppy over, and I'm going to come up in behind the stovepipe, do that next. And like I say, I have an idea for framing in this to look kind of, yeah. Actually, I just even have another idea. That might be pretty cool, actually. What I might do is leave this section as barn board. I'll do the section in here going straight up to in behind the wood stove pipe there. But for the bottom section here that's on either side of the black area, I may tile that. Because all down here, I'm going to replace these patio stones I just have there temporarily as a heat shield for the bottom. And obviously you see right here it's not bumped out enough. So when I replace the stove, I'm going to take out the patio stones and actually do nice tiles. So for an ash catcher, or, oh, I burnt myself and that actually hurt. For an ash/coal catcher kind of deal, so it doesn't come on the floor when I get my floor on, is I'll have this come out and it comes straight across and then have an angle over there. It already has kind of an impromptu ash catcher here, but I just want to pump it out a little bit more just in case, because you see right here, I've had a couple incidents in changing some logs where, just spit out at me. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. That'll look really great, I think, on either side of this with some tile. And then I'll maybe picture frame it somehow. I don't know. All kinds of ideas. All kinds of ideas. So I have a video I'm working on as well. Why I want to go off-grid, why I went off-grid. That's going to be coming up here very shortly. It's going to be coming into entailing and going through, the stuff on the wall here. It's going to entail stories of the trinkets and goodies, all that good stuff kicking around here, there, maybe even in the kitchen, upstairs, stuff everywhere. So that's kind of what the next video idea to look out for is. I have 4 of them coming out here, but that's one of them. And man, oh man, whew, it is warm in here working around. So I have this piece next. I'll get that cut off, get that situated, get a measurement, and yeah, continue right along with getting the heat shield on the fireplace, wood stove, whatever you want to call it. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Muchly appreciate y'all taking some time out of your day to see what's happening here at the old 12 by 12 off-grid tiny cabin in the woods. Get my tape measure here. I can hear the chickens outside. Gertie's doing great. The chickens are doing great. They are just, I hear them, but I don't see them. Who's scratching around somewhere, just living their best lives, probably. So what do I need for this? I need, let's do 29 inches for that one. 29 inches. We'll get that cut at. So I'll just move you guys right here. That's what we're going to be cutting there. So we'll cut that at 29 inches. I think I hear the chickens coming up onto the doorstep, actually. Oh. All right. I actually got this from a neighbor. What did I say? 29 inches. There's a neighbor up the way there, and he was redoing his roof. Just popped by one day and asked me if I could use the scraps from the metal roof, and I said, oh, 100%. I can find a use for pretty well anything. So if it's free, 100%. What did I say? 29. All right. Now, bear with me here, y'all. I'm going to try to use these tin snips. They're not the sharpest. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. All right. I guess it wouldn't be too bad if it didn't have these ridges, as most roofing materials do. Come on, baby. Sorry about all this noise. I don't know how it's turning up on the microphone. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm almost done. Oh, man, I just gotta get through this one more ridge. Oh, come on. There. Oy vey, as they say. There, so that'll be the piece going up there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, we're going for a ride. All right. Get you guys situated. Those are my plants that I'm trying to overwinter. Let me just show you here. This right here, I hope this survives. I gotta water it actually. This is my granddaddy jalapeno. This is its 3rd year, so that's why it's granddaddy. It's the words Adam, 3rd winter that I'm overwintering it. So that's why it's all beefed up in its stalk. It literally looks like a tree. So my granddaddy jalapeno, and I got some different various peppers that I'm trying to overwinter. Now that I got some gusto back in the old, got some wind in my sails, as they say, for gardening again. So let's check out this and see how that's going to fit in there. It's going to just pop in right behind so. Going to fall down there about an inch. Now I'm just going to set that there first, just because I need this right here is a spacer. I know you can't see it, but that's what I'm doing. Getting a spacer. Spacer, spacer, spacer. Spacer. Oh, I might actually have to take that extra inch off. Just because of the fact, maybe not. I don't know. I'll leave it for right now, I guess. Just because there's the fact you can't see it right here. But there's, ouch, where's my drill? Oh, man. Like, how does this even work? I could have swore I had it with me. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to me some days. All right. Maybe move you guys where. That's the thing I said about the other day as well. Small space, getting the angles. All right, so let's try that. Let's try that, y'all. And jump back in here. I don't have my holes drilled on this. So, that's another thing. I'm trying to get it lined up here. How's that look? That's pretty good there. And my spacer. I'll do up here first. Because there's a hole there already. Oh, that worked out perfect. The board that I cut for it is literally 12 inches. Wonderful. 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 All right. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Not too shabby. Here's what I was talking about. Just because we have this lip here and a curve on either side, is just bumping that out a little bit, but not too bad at all. That is definitely going to make a big difference. I'll get that covered off, and I'll still have to come up, get a measurement for the next section above my mantle. I'll get that on there, get that as well, and I believe that's all we're going to do for the bottom section, because as you see, there's vapor barrier over the insulation, but I don't have any wall on there yet. So that's why I can't continue on going up there. But what I will do right now is I'll set you guys back up there on the tripod. And what I will do is I'll get a measurement for up here to go from right there to there. That's 41 3/4. 41 3/4. So let's see. Do we have enough? 41 3/4. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So I'm going to get down here and, 41 3/4 off of this one. I'll get cut, and we'll stick that bad boy right up there as well. Going to be looking great. Bob's your uncle, cooking with grease. Love it, love it, love it. All right, back to cutting we go. Okay, what did I say it was? 39, 41, something like that. What was it? 41 3/4. 41 3/4. Oh, 41 3/4 brings us right there. Impromptu line, and these tin snips again. Come on, baby. I'm gonna have nicks and cuts all over my hands. Yep, there's another one from the shard of metal. These stupid tin snips. Man. Work with me here. Man. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Good cut right there. All right. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. Don't mind my sound effects either, y'all. I just laugh at myself sometimes. Move my knickknacks and my trinkets. Be sure to stick around and you'll know about all these bottles and such on the mantle. All kinds of goodies. All kinds of goodies. Alright. Got that moved. I got my screw. Don't forget my drill. Don't forget my piece that I need for my hair gap. Move, man, that really cut me. Move that, move me clock. I said clock. Oh, I know there's no fun. Okay. There, let's get that lined up. That looks good. Good, good, good. I'm going to pop this in behind it. Like so. I didn't drill a hole, so I'm going to see if I can cheat it. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. Nope. There we go. Right on. Right on. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Check it out. So here's what we're looking like. Here's what we're looking like. And in behind it, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Clean it up. Add some tile on the bottom. Frame it in off onto the sides. And what's that? Bob's your uncle? Love it. Absolutely love it. Back around I go to put in the last little bit of my spacers. Then get the last little bit of screws in. Should I do my cooking with grease dance? What do you think? Cooking with grease, cooking with grease, cooking with grease, cooking with grease. I just gotta laugh at myself. I just gotta laugh at myself. All right then, Adam. Cooking with grease, cooking with grease. Cooking with grease, cooking with grease. Cooking with grease. There's a guy that I used to follow years ago. I believe his name was Jesse. And he did a parody video of the cookie dance. I used to sing that song all the time. So instead of the cookie dance, it's the cooking with grease, cooking with grease, cooking with grease, cooking with grease dance. Oh my. I laugh at myself, I know. Alright, get up there, darling. Get up there, darling. I can hear somebody out there saying, Adam, no, don't use your drill as a hammer. Right tool, right project kind of deal. I know, I hear you. I hear you. It's kind of unfortunate that it is raining, yes. Because, don't get me wrong, I do want to get back to the pallet wood bathhouse build. But, with that being said, the rainy days are a blessing in disguise, because then I can get stuff like this done. So what I'm doing is I just got to wash this up, give it a wipe down, you know. And we're going to make it looking fabuloso. Just with this white down. Fabuloso. There we go. And let's see if I can get up here as well. Nice little accent piece. And not to mention, it is actually has a purpose, not just to look nice. So a little bit more peace of mind. Not that I was really worried about it at all, but you know, it's nice to get that heat shield up there for sure. Especially where winter's coming up and I'm going to be doing a lot more burning, so wonderful. Wunderbar, as they say. Wunderbar. Let's get this picture back up here hung up. I believe I had this somewhere around this area. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can get it angled. There. Beautiful. I am super happy with that. Super, super happy. Okay, okie dokie, artichoke. Get my clock back up. See, hopefully I can go back on without having a new nail. I think I need a new nail. Oh no, that's alright, just a bit cattywampus. I'm gonna have to move that. That's no worries. Let's move these bottles back over here. Love it. Love it, love it. Alright. There. That's all good there. Love it. Absolutely. Love it. Love it. It's so awesome when such a small project can make such a big difference. It's now I'm looking at it and I'm like the metal in behind the stovepipe could go over just a little bit to the left, but I'm not really worried about it. I mean, I say that, but I kind of am. OCD, OCD. Oh man, I'm going to be sitting watch. I'm going to sit down here now. Watch, I'll show you. Just a little bit on this side. That's a little bit more on that side. Oh my, don't you hate that? OCD, OCD. But that's what it's looking like, y'all. Brightened up a bit for y'all. Oh my, too funny. That's what it's looking like. Check, check, and check. Next order of business we still got to get to. We're getting into the loft area, boarding it up there, and then we'll still continue on, getting all that good stuff processed. Well, there we have it, y'all. The heat shield is up in behind the wood stove and looking absolutely wonderful. Absolutely love it. Lots of videos planned, lots more content on the way. We have the custom stair railing right there, as you see, for the custom staircases that we have to do. Railing going up on top of the loft. Going to be putting together a video explaining about why I wanted to go off-grid and all of these cool trinkets you see all around the cabin everywhere. We got the pallet wood bathhouse build to finish off. There's a cool addition, actually, that I want to do for the chickens coming up into the winter months. So I'm going to be doing a little breezeway to connect their coop into the greenhouse. So be sure to check that out. That's going to be cool to see them use it. Lots of ideas coming up here. I'm just waiting for the weather. Today's not a bad day, but I wanted to get this done as opposed to going out and working onto the pallet wood bathhouse build. So with that being said, fingers crossed that tomorrow is a good day and we might be out into the pallet wood bathhouse build. God bless y'all. Keep that stick on the ice. There is no failure. You just got to keep on trucking forward. So keep on trucking forward after them dreams, y'all. Can't start at the finish line. I got to keep telling myself that too. You can't start at the finish line. And just remember, the adventure is in the journey, not the destination. Peace, y'all. See you next time.